On the last episode, I went over some of the history of HeadGames. In the Honda B series platform, I showed you how I hand ported it, showed you the finished product in the hand port, and today we're gonna stick that thing in the CNC and Matt's gonna digitize the whole thing. We're gonna go over some of the problems we had digitizing it, and then we're gonna cut it and I'm gonna show you what it looks like after it's CNC'd. So lots in store, keep watching. All right, so Matt's got this thing in the machine, and what he's gonna do is digitize it. Digitizing is basically making a map of the whole port. Let me show you. All right, so this is digitizing. This is the plate. Cylinder head goes on there. See, it's a Honda B series, and this plate is specifically made for the machine, so you can bolt the head down in the machine to it. And then you have to start probing. It has this probe here, and this probe goes down, and it checks out where the cylinder head is. And basically it makes a map of the whole port or the combustion chamber. Right now we're doing the combustion chamber, but it's going to make a map of it, and what Matt has to do is go and clean it up post, and then it turns into a tool path because the machine does not know where to go. It doesn't know anything. All it knows is what you tell it. And this is it kind of making the map for itself, but you have to finish it. It definitely takes a human touch. And then the intake port here, and he has to digitize 2 exhaust ports because instead they were different. So there's a lot to probe here. There's a lot to digitize. We're gonna keep going. Things don't stop just at digitizing. You actually have to do a lot of work afterward. You have to put all the data into Mastercam. Mastercam has a specific port program for this. Thankfully, Centroid made that happen. And so we put it all in Mastercam. Matt's gonna connect all the dots and make everything clean, and then it turns into a tool path, so that way he can cut it cleanly, make sure there's no things that the machine can hit. He puts all that in there, and that is how we digitize.
So we just got this outer surface rebuilt. You can see that to the rest of the chamber that's on the interior, there's a little bit of overlap from the outside to the inside. So we actually have to go back into the wire frames of these surfaces and clean up this intersection, make sure that there's no overlap. This is just going to help the tool paths calculate, make sure that everything comes out clean, that there's no funky business coming in between these 2 surfaces, or multiple surfaces really, come through and fix the verticals. You can see that one of these lines is orange right in here, and the rest of them are actually red. That's just so I have quick references on what lines to select. So we're gonna go through, use the same tool, trim the curves, and trim here, and here to the other indicated line. Next, select the surface to keep, and you can see that they all cleaned up. So now we can take away our splines in the center. You can see that there's lines on the sides, and the vertical lines actually cleaned up. The surfaces meet nicely, there's no overlap on them, and now we're able to take this surface and put it to the other chambers.
Look at that port. Looking delicious. I'm really, really happy with the way it came out. It came out awesome. One thing that should be noted is we barely have to touch the divider. I was really excited about that. And all of the port came out really, really good. The short turns came out good. And my fin came out good. You can see it up here. See the fin up there. The fin came out good. Let's look at the rest of the head. Exhaust ports looking delicious. I am super stoked. And you'll see that my fins in here are up on the roof and on the floor. And the divider is not razor sharp, but it's a little sharp here. So all we have to do is go in there and just kind of blunt it. Done deal. Everything cleaned up really, really nicely. I'm super happy with the way this port came out. Combustion chambers looking very combustion-y. And here is the one that I did by hand. And you can see that the design came out really, really good in number 1, number 2, the one I did. And then number 4 is a little bit different. The back side of the chamber did not clean up. This whole part did not clean up. This part did not really clean up very well. But as I said, all of these heads are completely different. Whenever you get it from OEM, people think that they're all the same, but they're just absolutely not. And that's what is good about hand porting, because I know where the port is, whereas the CNC is a dummy. It doesn't know. It's not going to clean this up because it's bare. It's going to just do what it's told and where it's supposed to be, and that's it. So it's easy to think because something was CNC'd that it's just so much better than a hand port. And I can tell you that a lot of the best ports are, you still need to be a craftsman. You still need that human touch. Like, we go back in and we touch up so many cylinder heads out of the CNC because they don't clean up all the way. There's a lot of casting issues that we deal with on a CNC that you don't really see on a hand port because the CNC is a dummy. It only tells you where the port is supposed to be. It doesn't know where it is, and that's where the craftsman comes in. He can come in there, he can clean it all up, he can make it right, and that's where the best ports are. That's the best thing you can do, is know how to grind and be able to like touch up this stuff and make it perfect. All right, guys, this is gonna do it for us today, but it's not gonna do it for us on this whole build. That's right, so next week, I'm gonna go over the guides, the valve job, mill, and assembly, and I'm gonna show you all the parts. This particular cylinder head is going to World Cup finals, and we're going to follow it together. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, because there's a lot more in store. Toodles.
HeadGames!